Hi there, my name is Aubrey. I am a newly certified physician assistant and I am doing all these pre-PA FAQs in little short snippets. So this is my next one. And today, this is for you all who are applying and are applying soon and wondering, when do schools get back to you? And this question is so tough to answer because it depends on every school. So a huge part of that, like what plays into that, is if they're a rolling or non-rolling admissions school. So a rolling admissions school means it's first come, first serve. So if you apply in May, like super early in the cycle, they're gonna look at your application right then and may give you an interview, as soon as they look at the application. Whereas a non-rolling school, such as my school, will not look at any applications until the deadline. So our deadline was September, I think it was like September 1st actually. And I applied August, I think 25th at that point. And they did not look at my application until September 1st, and I got the first weekend of interviewed offered to me. So they didn't look at anybody's application until everything was all in from everyone at that specific day. So that being said, if your school is rolling admissions and you apply in June, you may hear back earlier, or if they've already had people that apply before you, they may wait a little while and get back to you later in the cycle. So it's really hard to say. It's really dependent. For me personally, my school is a little bit more quick with things. I applied, like I said, late August for that September deadline. I heard back, it wasn't even all that quick, to be honest with you. I heard back from my interview in November, so that was still 2 months of waiting. Got my interview in November, had the interview early December, then waited 3 days, luckily, to find out I got in, which was really nice. So that even, it was like a still 2-3 month long period to wait, but a lot of programs, it's even longer than that, unfortunately. And you just really have to stay positive. Sometimes you'll hear of people at the same program you're applying to get interviews, and you haven't gotten one yet, but that doesn't necessarily mean, it's a no for you. And I say always keep hope until you get a final no. Once you get a final no, then you're gonna have to start rearranging things and either looking into other programs or holding out hope for other programs or whatever it may be. But until you get a no, don't panic. Just stay calm. Don't email them excessively. Don't email them a lot asking hey, where's my update? Schools have so many applications to go through and it just is a little pushy. I would say, if anything, if you want to email them, you can update them with hours if you've gotten hours and they accept emails with hour updates, or anything else a position you may have started, something like that. But other than that, I would just say be patient. If you want to make sure everything's verified or everything, just go on Caspo, or if you have to email them to make sure everything's okay on that end, that's fine. But I would say don't bug them. Don't bug them. They have a lot going on. One website that I'm hesitant to even include in this is the Physician Assistant Forum, because it's such a love-hate relationship with it. They have a lot of really good information sometimes that kind of gives you a better idea of when to maybe expect to hear back for interviews. And then the other hate side of it is that it just, if you're not careful with it, it can cause a lot of comparison. And comparison is truly the thief of joy, because you may be super optimistic and then start hearing other people getting interviews and then you start freaking out and doubting yourself, which is not the total opposite of what I want you all to do. But sometimes if you're really careful with it and you have the self-control and you feel like you'd be okay doing this, you can go and check on there. And there's sometimes good posts about when their last year's interviews were given out, or just general things about interviews or the application process or things to look out for. Obviously things change year to year, but it could be just a nice additional resource if you're careful with it. So if you decide to do that, please be careful with it. Do not compare yourself to anybody. If you haven't heard anything from the school, that doesn't mean it's a no. It's never a no until you get a formal no. So don't compare yourself to others. Don't worry about what others are doing. But if you are really anxious and you want to get just a better general idea of kind of the interviewing process at a specific program, I recommend using that site with caution. So overall, the answer to when do schools get back to you, how long does it take, there's no one answer fits all, unfortunately. I know I can only speak on behalf of my experiences, and that was only with MBKU, and they got back within 2 to 3 months, but some programs take way longer, and that was just even me specifically. I know other people that applied to MBKU had to wait much longer, or even shorter if they applied to the later deadline in the year. So it really depends on the school, when you apply. there's a bunch of like factors that go into it, so nobody can tell you when to hear back, like when you're for sure going to hear back. So just be patient. Keep, don't frantically check your email all the time. Maintain self-care, maintain like you're doing your experiences and stuff while you're still applying. Keep busy, and just be hopeful. All right, so I know that didn't really answer the question, but hopefully that kind of answered why I couldn't answer the question. But if you have any other questions that I may be actually able to answer, please leave the the questions or comments in the comment section down below. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Or you can message me on my Instagram at whitecoatchasing. There I answer, DMs and stuff like that, or, other FAQs on my stories. So I have more information there. So if you want anything more personalized or have anything specific to ask me, you can always ask me there. But I hope that this video was a little bit helpful, and thank you so much for watching.